Good evening. The daughter of Yorke Peninsula woman Colleen Adams, who disappeared 45 years ago, says she's thankful to finally have answers. This afternoon, police uncovered her mother's remains in the backyard of the family home at Maitland after her father told them where to look.
After almost 6 hours of painstakingly careful digging, at last a breakthrough 5 decades in the making.
We've found the remains of what we believe to be Colleen Adams. She was in the area indicated to us.
Jeffrey Adams had told his 2 daughters their mother had run out on them. Instead, Colleen Adams was buried in her own backyard, hidden under a slab of concrete.
How can you explain how you feel that she laid in that cold grave and no one knew? None of her loved ones could go to the grave and put flowers there.
This morning, police started excavating the area after her husband, who's been charged with her murder, led them to the site. Police are yet to reveal how she died, but the breakthrough has offered some closure for one of her daughters who visited the site today. She asked a victim support officer to read a statement on her behalf.
Today I have finally found my mother. After 45 years of hoping, we have found her. It's hard to say in a few words what I am feeling.
Neighbours in Wallaroo, where Jeffrey Adams has been living since the crime, are in disbelief.
I don't know, I feel for those girls. So I don't think I'd like it if my dad did that to me.
This afternoon, Adams faced court in Kadina but didn't apply for bail. Andrea Nicolas, 7 News.
And live now to Andrea, who's in Maitland. Andrea, police will be back at first light tomorrow.
That's right, Jane. This is a delicate operation, and today the rain hampered police efforts. They're determined to make sure they extract as much forensic evidence as they need to put Jeffrey Adams behind bars. They'll continue their excavation in the morning, and the case returns to court next month. John?
Well, after 3 years of roadworks pain, drivers have finally been given a sneak peek of a major part of the South Road upgrade. The new lowered motorway promises to cut minutes off the daily commute, but it's still not clear when it will open.
The end of the road is near, and at today's Torrens to Torrens Open Day, the government pulled out all the stops to make sure commuters are on board.
I'm a truck driver, so if I leave the city, straight down South Road. Beautiful.
The end result is going to be far better for everyone.
A free sausage sizzle, balloons and bus rides attracted every man and his dog, including several members of the opposition, surveying the $800 million project they initiated. Is it bittersweet that your government announced the project and now the Marshall government is opening it?
Yes.
And Labor says it has serious concerns about a valley of death between the end of this project and the next.
All those guys, all those women who worked on this project are thinking, what's next? Where's the next job?
I'm not sure whether the opposition's actually read the budget, but it's pretty clear to us that there is a record spend in infrastructure.
He says the government's currently acquiring properties for the Regency Road to Pym Street leg. Today's open day would have been prime time to let commuters know just when they'll be able to road test the new motorway, but the Transport Minister's still refusing to give a firm date.
It is going to be very, very soon.
So what's soon meaning? Before Christmas or after Christmas?
How much are they paying you?
The Minister says the wait will be worth it, cutting 7.5 minutes off the peak hour commute. Andrea Nicolas, 7 News.
Actress Rebel Wilson will pay back almost 90% of her record $4.7 million defamation payout, plus legal costs, after losing the right to appeal in the High Court this morning. But she maintains the fight was worth it.
It's not every day a Hollywood star emerges from the High Court of Australia, but today wasn't the storyline Rebel Wilson was hoping for.
This has been a long fight, a long journey in the courts.
Last year, the Pitch Perfect star was awarded $4.7 million in damages after a court found Bauer Media defamed her in a series of articles claiming she'd lied about her age and other details.
The whole reason for bringing this case is that I really wanted to stand up to a bully, which was Bauer Media.
Her lawyers said as a result she'd missed out on film opportunities. But in June, the Court of Appeal rejected she'd suffered an economic loss and ordered her to repay $4.1 million. Today, Wilson took her fight to the High Court, but the judges dismissed the case. In a statement, Bauer Media welcomed the decision, saying it was invested in its Australian business and that its audience trust its content.
I think Rebel had a point to prove, and I think she's proved that point. But on a financial level, of course, in the end, Bauer Media's come out ahead.
Despite losing today's appeal, Rebel Wilson says she's proud of herself for taking her fight against Bauer Media all the way to the top, the High Court of Australia.
To me, it was never about the money. It was about standing up to a bully, and I've done that so successfully.
Wilson will get to keep $600,000. Andrea Nicolas, 7 News.